Now don't judge me, but you can judge me. But just don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me too hard. But look at that. Look at how nasty it is. I need to wash that actually. Because my badonkadonk sits right in that sea. Look how nasty it is. Look at this. It's disgusting. That paper needs to go into a folder. And then we're gonna be cleaning, man. But while we're cleaning, we're talking, we're having a good time. We're gonna do what we gotta do because, hey, it's a good day. Actually, it's really cold outside. It's the next day from the vlog. The vlog will be released pretty soon, probably Monday, Tuesday, around that time. But till then, this is gonna be released on a Monday. The vlog should be released on a Tuesday. Then we got American Truck Simulator on a Wednesday. Then we'll figure out what I'm gonna do for the other 2 days. Just like how my job is, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the other 2 days. But that being said, we got the equipment. Let's go ahead and present everything that we have to clean this truck. All right, we got this. I went to the Dollar Tree and they sell these individually now. Great, awesome, love it, hate it actually. It's quite stupid because you would pay $1, and that's when the Dollar Tree used to be $1. But pretty much you would pay $1 for this, right? You pay $1 for the combo, not individual. You got to buy this. This is $1. This is $1. Are they crazy? Are they crazy? This used to come together. So anybody that got that broom while way back when, and you still got that broom, you better hold on to that broom because you're gonna be paying $2.50 for a dang gutted broom. It's ridiculous. It's actually not bad of a price. But we about to sweep all this up, baby. And we'll go ahead and talk, man. We'll go ahead and talk. But for right now, just sweep it up. So some of you guys asked me questions when it came down to trucking. And one of those questions was when I was in food service, which company I like better. And this is an old question, a very old question. But I wanted to go ahead and answer that question. And I think mainly when it comes down to food service, it's not really bad if you live in a warm state, to be honest. It's not very bad. It's just unfortunately when it gets cold, it gets cold, man. Here in my state, I'm up on the northern side of the United States. So yeah, when it gets cold, man. But if I had to choose a company, and if you don't know, I work for Sysco, I work for Performance Food Group, I work for McLane. So we're gonna be pretty much talking about if I had to choose a company and stick with that company, that's the big thing right there, and stick with that company, which one would I choose? So all in all, let me go ahead and just say that Sysco was the very first food service introductory job I ever had. And recently, I believe either last year or the beginning of this year of 2023, which is almost over, pretty much they did a pay raise. And that pay raise was due to the fact that it's union, right? So they negotiated a contract and got more money. Now I don't know what's the state like of Sysco now, but when I was there, it was not good. My trainer was a great trainer. I'm not going to discredit him. Really great trainer. Very patient. Taught me a lot of stuff, how to maneuver in tight spaces. Obviously, you have a smaller trailer, but the thing is that he got injured and did not feel too well midway of the training. So they sent me off and gave me his route, and he's a seasoned guy. He's been doing Sysco for a while, so his route isn't that easy. And I'm doing this route trying to train somebody else how to do the same job that I'm learning how to do. I say all of that to say that Sysco was not a good experience for me. Now, if you want jobs to, well, not even, I don't know about job stability, but I would probably say that Sysco, being one of the largest food distributors in the trucking industry, I would say that it is more secure than, say, a small company that gets a few accounts. So, with that also being said, Sysco is one of the largest places, and they're probably, you're not very important as per se some smaller company that needs a bunch of drivers, right? I ran into, while I was in Chicago, ran into one of the drivers there, and he said that, you know, there's so many people that they hired that they're double stacking up just to compensate and not lose the drivers, because when you have a surplus of drivers, you don't want to get rid of them because it is a high turnover rate when it comes down to food service. Now, the next thing that I want to get into, right, is going to be Performance Food Group. So Reinhardt, and everything like that. And I'll get into pay and everything like that later on. But for right now, I am going to say that Reinhardt, or Performance Food Group, I like their schedule. I like that it is a giant, it's big. I don't know if it's as big as Sysco, but it is big. And what I do have to say is that it is not bad. Performance Food Group, is it Reinhardt? I don't know if Reinhardt is I can't remember. Yeah, but anyway, Performance Food Group, it was pretty good. I was just being stupid and decided to leave. I had a good route and everything like that. I don't know. I was just, oh no, I did leave because they didn't pay me some money that they owed me. They didn't pay me, that's why. I totally forgot. See, that's how I know I moved on from that. So, yeah, that being that wasn't a great experience, to be honest. So, the next thing I do have to say is, the next one is McLane. McLane Grocery. McLane Food or Restaurant, I don't know. I have no idea about that sector. Don't have an idea, so don't ask me. But grocery was a lot. It was a lot. Unfortunately, I just had a really bad boss. Really bad. I'm talking about really bad. He wanted me to kind of violate my logs, use somebody else's logs to keep going. It was a bad experience. So, yeah. Now, when it comes down to benefits, all of them are pretty good. I do have to say that out of all the benefits, I think Sysco's probably better. And I believe it's day one benefits. I don't know if that's changed as well. So that's something to be mindful of. Pay wise, well, we got to keep cleaning, and we'll talk about that. Sweeping is all done. We're gonna move on to the scrubbity scrub. Clean this nasty floor. Where did I put that thing in? Ah. All right, so I'm gonna scrub this up, man. I really like this. This is Ever Spring. It's like got a bamboo wooden handle. Pretty cool. All right, so as you guys can probably see, got some nasty spots in here, man. Nasty spots. But gotta get that cleaned up. So when it came down to pay, I believe that it can differ a lot. But to keep it simple, Sysco, if you have many years in the game, Sysco probably would be your best bet money-wise. Now, the opposite of that is that you can, I'm gonna have to let that soak. But the second best pay, in my opinion, would be McLane. So McLane was pretty good when it came down to pay. And then the third would be PFG, but I say PFG because, or Performance Food Group, I say that because I didn't get paid the money I was supposed to get paid. So, yeah, that was unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna let that soak too. Yeah. Fabuloso. So, when it comes down to work-life balance, if you still are watching this video, when it comes down to work-life balance, who was the best? Well, I have to say that the best was Performance Food Group. Performance Food Group had 2 days on, 2 days off. I mean, not two days on, 1 day off, and then 2 days on again. So a good split, and I really liked that, and I enjoyed it, and it was cool. But they still didn't pay me my money. Next one is going to be McLane, and then the last one is going to be Sysco. Sysco, just plan to work your butt off, man. Plan to work your butt off, because no kidding, man. No kidding. It is tough, man. Sysco is tough. You can make money, don't get me wrong. I believe you gotta be a little tenured, have some stuff behind your ears, get wet behind your ears, and then you can make some good money. But coming in there, you're a grunt. So just know that. Now, why do I care about work-life balance? Well, if you know about trucking, right, you know that it is a job that requires pretty much sacrificing a good portion of your life. But as I talk to a lot of older truck drivers, you know, they've been in the game for so long, they're willing to sacrifice money in order to get a better work-life balance. And I'm now aware, as in depth within this game as some of you guys, you super truckers, are. And I do have to say that I do agree. I watched the video of this older guy, and he pretty much talked about how back then, probably like 30 years ago, trucking was a good field. You probably can't even see me, but that's fine. So yeah, said that back then to be a truck driver was a great thing. I got to get out here and scrub. Now the final thing that I want to say is, ultimately it also comes down to location. So some of these places you might not have in your state. Gordon Foodservice, maybe Sysco, Reinhardt, Performance Food Group. All of these food service locations vary by state. So do what is best for you, but do not take a shortcut in order to get a quick payout. It's never worth it. So stick with it, make a decision, stick with it for at least 6 months to a year, and don't leave like I did, because you'll barely get to know the full scope of things. It's hard to start walking, but once you do, you can run, which is always great. And like looking at this mess at first, it looked like a difficult job, and it is a difficult job, but over time now, looking at all the progress I've made, it's quite impressive. It's a cold day. I could be playing video games, watching TV, but I decided to come over to the place that I work at and get my act together, man. It's purely what it's about. Get my act together. Change the trajectory of where I'm going, because living in filth is literally just, it's mind-boggling. So make the decision like I did. If you really enjoy this kind of content, I'm talking and cleaning and doing what I gotta do in order to stay in a clean headspace. That's the main thing, man. Like, I see some truck drivers, they got papers on their windshield, got a whole bunch of stuff on the windshield that's junk. It's not productive, it's blinding, and all it takes is one little bump, one little mistake, and then all of a sudden you got a big mess on your hands. A huge mess on your hands. Got papers, pens coming into your whole entire zone, and you can get injured. So clean it up. Clean it up, man. So this right here, I had like some kind of sticky, nasty substance, right? And I covered it up. I said, I wiped it up a little bit. I was like, it'll be all right. But if I just taken care of it the first time, I wouldn't have to deal with this mess right now. Like, this has got to be really soaked hard, so in order for it to be picked up, because of my lazy mindset. It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it, dude. All right, let's move to the back of the cab. So yeah, when it comes down to food service, would I ever do food service again? I don't think so. I just don't think so. I think I did enough time in there, not like saying, oh, I did enough time to figure it out. I'm just saying I went back and forth too much in that field that I wouldn't do it again. The only time I probably would is if I lived in a state that's warmer. Look at that. Look at that. Trash. It's trash. That is trash. One thing that I want to say is, you know, think about food service and the money. That's mainly what people really gravitate towards when it comes down to food service. And they think about that money aspect of it all. Think about, is this a long-term goal? A lot of this generation, my generation, Gen Z, everything like that, they're looking for temporary fixes in order to get by, and yet you have no goal, you have nothing. You're like, okay, I heard this is a high-paying job, what can I get out of it? Instead of being like, hey, let me dedicate this amount of time, and if you want to do your own thing, do your own thing, but you have to work first. A lot of people say they want to do an online business, they want to do all this fun stuff, and to be honest, it's like a 1%. You got to think about the long term of it all. Like, can I really sustain my own business? Like, and this is the thing, right? If you can't keep things clean, if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of a business? Some of y'all, we're going to talk about going over the road and taking care of your skin, and we're going to talk about fashion, because you know, you don't have to look amazing. But sometimes when you go out there, you're representing yourself. Especially if you have your own business and you look sloppy, you look nasty, you don't look presentable. Just because it's trucking doesn't mean that you get to have a pass for it, man. It's ultimately just nasty again. And yeah, to me, I think, yeah, I was nasty. I don't want to say I am now. I don't, because I plan to continuously do this and keep it up. But yeah, this is it requires work every single day, and we're not even done yet. We still I gotta wipe this down, wipe that down, wipe all the plastic wear down. We got a job ahead of us, man. So the floor is done. And it looks amazing, comparable to what it used to look like. Like, I come into this truck, I'll be like, has it ever been used other than that spot right there? But I'm gonna figure out how to get that up. If you guys know how to get that spot up, let me know. So the vlog is pretty much gonna explain why I have this mentality, right? Why I have this change, why I want to do certain things, why. Right? It's gonna go in depth in all kinds of ways when it comes down to the reason why I'm cleaning, why I'm doing better. Like, I've been working out, I've been meal prepping, I've been doing all this great stuff. Let me fix the camera. Been doing all this great stuff within my body, taking vitamins, all this stuff, but my external life just did not equate. It just did not equate. So it's like you got to keep it balanced. And you know, at first, like, really, I wanted to get, like, I was angry. I was really angry. I went through a pretty bad breakup with an individual, and it was like 8 months, but like 8 months felt like forever for me, and so I took it that way. But to be honest, if I kept going down that path, I would have lost myself. And then this was like God giving me a second chance and saying, dude, make up your mind. Like, I'm not doing this again with you, and I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna be like, God, I'm not gonna disappoint you. Thank you for the opportunity. It's like somebody, like some of you guys are not religious, so it's like somebody giving you a job that you always wanted, and you had it before. You had something like it before. You took it for granted, and yet it had some difficulties and everything like that, so you no longer want to do it anymore. And then all of a sudden now you turn around and you're like, oh shoot, okay, let me wisen up, let me actually take care of what I have this time. And I know it's going to be tough, and that's what I did with JB Hunt. Came back, got the opportunity to come back, and I have been grateful for it. And I really don't think JB Hunt as a whole is a bad company. There are bad bosses, there are bad dispatchers. I just was lucky enough to fall in the hands of an individual that cares and see truck drivers as human beings. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be pretty much the gist of it, man. Like, there shouldn't be a large speech, there shouldn't be anything like that, even though I did a little bit of a Q&A, and then I got into also talking about certain things that, you know, I have acknowledged within myself. It should never get to the point where you're like this, right? I mean, cleaning is good, but you should, once you get this position, you get this job, it is an opportunity to change your life, and that means change your mindset. That old mindset that you had of being poor or broke or broken individual or sad, depressed, or anything like that, this is an opportunity to reflect and say that you accomplished something. When I got the CDL, it surpassed my brain. Like I said, it surpassed who I was, and I had to become something else, somebody else. Now, that didn't mean rewrite my DNA and everything like that, but it definitely taught me that I can be something. I can do something. I could go to school. I could do whatever I put my mind to, because I never envisioned myself to be here. The only way I got here was making the decision to be here. For me to clean, that is my decision to do it. For me to, in the vlog, you'll see it was a tough day, and I still went to go work out. It is always your choice. So with that being said, guys, let me go ahead and give you guys the ending results of everything. We'll come back and talk a little bit about what I'm gonna do with the whole entire place. I'm gonna mount a TV and everything, and you guys will see that in future vlogs. We're gonna step it up. So yeah. And with that, we are all done. This is the new version. Obviously, I got to put some kind of thing down so that I can rise up and get off there. But this is my cable, not anything dirty. My phone cable back here. Clean phone. We're actually gonna get rid of this because I have a different fragrance system that I use. Oh shucks. All right, and there we go. So next time you guys come or watch the next video, this is going to be pretty much I'm gonna get the sheets for this today. We're gonna be looking for something that's tan, like this mat. We're gonna decorate, make this place look good, put a TV up. We got a project ahead of us. But before we go, obviously I want to say my fill. We talked about quite a lot of things within food service, but we also talked about certain things that, you know, I've realized. And there's going to be a video that my grandmother sent me that is very motivational and speaks volumes more so than I can ever say. I highly suggest watching that next. Take the time to declutter your life, clean it up, make it better. And that's what I'm currently doing within my own situation. And I feel feel so much better. So much better. You have no idea how much better so much better I feel. So with that being said, check out the vlog next. You'll see what led me to do all of this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.